just feels as though right now, this game is on edge because I just don't want Uruguay to have one opportunity and it go in the back of the net. Here's Henderson, winning the ball back. Here's Raheem Sterling, playing it into me. I've got the chance now here. What shall I do with it? Here I am. I'll give it into Henderson. Henderson back to me. Chance now for me to put it 1-0. I've done it. I've actually done it. I don't believe it. It's the worst strike I think I've done on a football pitch, and I didn't mean to put it near post. I panicked last second and pressed finesse shot. I meant to do a low-driven shot into that bottom corner. Good awareness from Henderson. And Musleri, to be beaten at his near post like that is an absolute joke. It was coming. You know, you have to say, we have been the better team, but I've scored in a World Cup final. That's insane. Amazing scenes here. England, for the second time in their history of football, have won the World Cup. And Wayne Rooney's going to lift the cup here, the number 10. He's had a good career for England. Never quite made it happen in terms of actual competitive games. You know, he's done it in friendlies and lead-ups, but he's never really done it in the knockout phases of a competition. But he's done it here as we have scored the winning goal of the World Cup, and we are managing to get ourselves a second star on the England shirt. Here we go. Rooney lifts the trophy, and we are world champions, ladies and gentlemen. We are world champions. England have done it again for the second time ever at the hands of myself, and we are now able to say that we have joined the elite of players. We are now world champions. Sterling, nice pass through. Oh my God, a chance already. Chance already, we won the lot. No way. 5 minutes into the game in the European Championship final, guys. Spain 0, England 1. It came from literally nothing. I wasn't talking because I wasn't expecting a build-up in play. We just left our man there, and Sterling somehow poked the ball through to us. And I had to get the ball under control before the Spain man came across to me. And I finished it off just about past David De Gea. We're literally 5 minutes in, guys, and we are already leading 1-0. What a fantastic start to this European Championship final. I couldn't have asked for a better way to start this. We've got a long, long way to the end of this game, but we potentially might have a chance for a second here, guys, as I did get the pass through from my teammate, and I've managed to drop. That's a penalty kick, ref. It is a penalty kick. 17 minutes, Spain are crumbling. Llorente's made a tackle in the penalty area after a nice bit of play from us. Ball rolling to Ronaldo chop, and he brings me down. And we have an opportunity, guys, from the spot to make it England 2, Spain 0. From the spot we go. Top corner, top class. 2-0 England. 20 minutes on the clock. Spain 0, England 2. I cannot believe this, guys. European Championship finals, and we are running riot here in Spain. What a start to this game we have had. The question is, have Spain got what it takes now to come back in this one? De Gea guessed correctly, but he was never going to get near that. He was in the top corner, and he just couldn't get his hand up quick enough, guys. But Spain 0, England 2. Oh my word, this has been a fantastic start to the European Championship finals. I mean, Butland's had an absolutely phenomenal game as well. I have to give credit to our goalkeeper. He's been solid when we required him to be. And he's done the job again for us. And Noma, it is a chance for a hat-trick for us. I've let the ball run, and I'm going to be bearing down on goal at this stage. Llorente's not going to catch us. Here we go. Chance for a hat-trick in the European Championships final. David De Gea comes out, and he does not make the save. Spain 0, England 4. And that is the absolute best situation we could have had. It's so annoying as well, because I can feel Spain's pain. When you go into all-out attack, you have no defenders back, so if you clear it from a corner, 9 times out of 10, the other team is getting on with a one-on-one situation. David De Gea tried to do his best against me here, but you'd like to think that in a one-on-one situation, we'd be able to score that, and that's exactly what happened. Spain 0, England 4. We have demolished them here. You know, the chances are we're probably not going to reach the final of it, but if we do, fantastic. If we don't, it isn't the end of the world, unfortunately. But yeah, here we go, guys. We're going to get to lift the European Championships, and for some strange reason, Phil Jones is the captain for us. I don't know either, guys. I don't know. But anyways, European Championships, there is the trophy. I am so glad we managed to get our hands on it as well. It means we add a second major honour already to our World Cup winners medal. We have now got a European Championship winners medal. Of course, it is exactly the same as what Ronaldo managed to win for Portugal, as we will be lifting the cup here, guys. England, European champions against Spain. We got our revenge against them as well, and that is fantastic to see. I am so happy, guys, because after losing that World Cup final to them, a lot of you guys were kind of annoyed as well in the aspect that I didn't win it. And you know what? It doesn't matter now, because we've got our revenge. We came to the European Championships. We've already got a World Cup winners medal. We've already won it. We didn't ever win the European Championships. So this kind of feels more sweeter than the second World Cup would have been. I mean, yes, it would have been fantastic to win back-to-back World Cups, and it would have been phenomenal to do. But to not have a World European Championship, play against Spain in the final, it was basically written in the script. But the moment of truth has arrived, guys. It is about to be upon us. Everybody light a candle. Everybody, you know, what is it? Chinese lanterns, are they the things that you do? Everybody get ready with a Chinese lantern to release them. After 427 goals in world football, all good things must come to an end. Confirm your retirement. Yes. And there it is, guys. DJ Wood is officially no longer a professional footballer. But we'll take a look, actually, and see what teams are on offer for us to join. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of our My Player Career Mode here on FIFA 18. It is here, guys, and I will be able to explain the story to you all in a few moments' time. But as you saw there, that was what we did in FIFA 17, and then we retired. And actually, we had something that was posted on DJ Wood's basically Facebook explaining what happened with the retirement. So as I read this to you, you guys will get to understand how it's all going to play out. So it says, thank you to all of my teammates, coaches and fans for the last 10 years of my career. Your support and love helped me throughout the last 10 years, and together I feel that we achieved so much as not only fans but as a nation after winning the World Cup for only the second time, and to add to that, a European Championships. As my era comes to a close, we are blessed that the Wood era is to continue. Congratulations to my nephew for signing his first professional contract with Wolves. I wish you the very best for the future. Don't let the Wood name down, eh? People are asking what is next for myself. Well, as of right now, I am to take a break from football for the next year, weigh up my options as to whether I wish to become a manager or maybe a different path entirely in the future. Once again, thank you to every single one of you for the opportunity to let me play in front of thousands of fans every single week. I wish you the very best, DJ Wood. And there it was, signed off. So that was posted. I guess as a little bit of like a signing off to everybody. But as he said in his little thing there, or as I said in my little thing there, my nephew has signed a professional contract with Wolves. So I'll explain why I chose nephew and not son or anything like that, because I know a few of you guys are going to be like, why did you not make it your son? So because ourselves, we're only 29, we retired, of course, from football, and we kind of came into it in that aspect of it. I thought about maybe starting this off like 10 years in the future or whatever. But the only issue with that is I obviously wouldn't be able to do that. So I kind of thought, what would be the best way for me to do this? How could I tie it into the series and have a story to go off as well? And the beauty about having a nephew rather than a son is, of course, I'm not directly tied to him. So I don't have to have me in the story all of the time. So to explain how the series is going to work, guys, because, of course, last year we didn't do storylines. We literally just had me playing my player career mode. But a lot of you guys asked for storylines. To give you guys a bit of like, I guess, a balance between the two. Not every episode is going to have a story behind it, and not every episode is going to be based around something. So as we start this one off here with Ben getting his first professional contract in football over at Wolves, the reason I left my signing off with me saying that there's nothing to do in a year, but I may weigh up my future options, is because potentially there could be a time when I have to come back into the series and maybe do something like that. So as you can see now, as we go into the menu with Ben starting off at Wolves, secured a new signing, and he's signed his first professional contract at the age of 19 for Wolves, and it will be interesting to see whether or not he can live up to expectations, because of course the name Wood, we had a massive, you know, brilliant series with Wood last year. Myself, we, as I said, won the World Cup, we won the European Championships, and now we're looking to continue it here with Ben. So, of course, we've got a little bit of work to do in that aspect of it. It should be quite interesting, to say the least. I don't know how this is going to work, guys. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it'll just get to the point where I stop doing storylines entirely and go back to the way it was, because, of course, it's kind of hard to link it when you think that actually we're in 2017, and in the other season, we actually ended up with 2018 winning the World Cup. So it may be kind of a little bit confusing to people. So I guess there is that. But in all honesty, guys, I didn't really know where to take this. You guys gave me some good ideas in the comments section. I didn't want to make a full story of just around a completely random person. I can do that for future, because if, of course, this comes to an end, then maybe I'll have in a situation where we end up with a different kind of storyline career mode for my player. But regardless, I think it's going to be pretty good anyway. So as you know, the vote that won was actually a cam. So we did put Ben as a cam, and he will start off in that centre attacking midfield role. I don't know how it's going to work, because Wolves don't actually play with a centre attacking midfielder. So unfortunately, we're forced to be playing at centre midfield instead. So at the moment, Ben will be starting his games at centre mid and having to play around that and seeing whether or not he can do it later on down the line. And as we got into some training here, guys, I simulated the first bit, and then we continued it on with some more simulations. I think I played the last 2 here for Ben in attacking scenarios and advanced free kicks. And in the end, I absolutely mess it up, so we get 2 Fs. So you'll have to wait and see that in just a moment's time. But in all seriousness, guys, I don't really know how we're going to take this series. Hopefully you guys enjoy it regardless. I am hoping that you guys will get behind it. As I said, it's my first time kind of doing this, so please bear with me. It may take a little bit of time for me to get used to this and being able to, like, I guess, link stuff together. The only issue is, of course, for me personally, I like realism, and it's not really realistic if we have Ben playing the seasons that we've already played with DJ Wood. So what I kind of could have done was maybe link it, so then that way he was around when DJ Wood was around. You know what I mean? Like, so of course DJ Wood was playing football, and they both came into it at the same time. That's one way I could have done it, but it wouldn't have made sense, would it? So I suppose there is going to be that stark contrast. So anyways, as I said, hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's going to be kind of, I guess, difficult to work it all out and stuff and get used to everything, but I'll try my best for you all, and if I have to, I'll completely take it away from the DJ Wood name, and we'll just continue with Ben Wood completely on his own. So as it stands, that is the way we're going to work this series. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it regardless. And as I've said, who knows, maybe in the future, if we get to like, 60, 70 episodes and then the series comes to a close and we have time, maybe I'll open up with another one where we'll do a completely random person. So we'll see, guys. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty good. So as you saw the training session there, I completely flumped it. And then the next one we do is a free kicks one, which I completely flump again here for Ben. And it's just shocking. I just could not get used to it, guys. Free kicks this year don't feel as broken OP unless you have like a good free kick taker in your team. If you're really bad at free kicks, like in stats wise, it's so pointless. Like you either get them on target and it's so weak and the keeper gets to it, or you just hit them off target because I'm just so bad. So yeah, they're really weird this year. I don't particularly like them very much at all, so I guess we'll have to see and see how much we can get growth-wise out of Ben here. But it's interesting because I wasn't sure what team to pick with our first team, and the reason I chose Wolves will become apparent later on down the line. So you'll have to wait and find out why we went with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I'm sure later on down the line it will become apparent as to why that has happened, and you guys will have to wait and see why. So yeah, I could have chosen Arsenal, I could have chosen loads of different teams, but I went with Wolves in the end, and as I said, there is a reason for that. You'll see it later on down the line. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop talking now about how the series is going to work, and we're going to get straight into it, because we've got some gameplay for you guys to watch of Ben's first couple of games, of course, having to play pre-season tour to show to his manager what he's capable of doing. And as I said, because Wolves don't play with a cam, Ben sadly will be forced into playing that centre midfield role, but I am allowed free reign. I can move up and down as I wish. I can stand right in between the striker or in behind the striker if I wish as well, because I've noticed that when I do that, the arrow doesn't pop up telling me to go back in my position. So I could just stay up front if I wish to the entire game pretty much, and I could do that if I really wanted. But of course, I have a duty of care. I have to come back and try and defend as best I can as well, so I have to do both of those things. And as we took on Girona here for Ben's opening game of his Wolverhampton Wanderers career, it is only a pre-season friendly though, so I suppose it's not massive that he performs in this game. 4 minutes into it, we ended up giving them an opportunity here, Girona. The free kick comes in, the header is won, and our goalkeeper made a save to deny them the opening goal of the game. Only 5 minutes into it, guys. That could have been the worst possible start we could have had for Ben and Wolves here if we'd have gone 1-0 down 5 minutes into the first game. But it got worse, 45th minutes in. We literally didn't do anything in the entire first half, and they were deserving of this opportunity, and they ended up putting it in the back of the net. Keeper makes a good save originally, but it bounces straight back to the Girona striker, who prods home to make the score 1-0 to the Spanish side. So, in the end, we were 1-0 down on the stroke of half-time, one of the worst times to concede here, and Ben literally couldn't do anything to get us back in this game at the time, and I was struggling to really find my foothold in the game, and I mean, I was, kind of getting Ben on the ball a little bit more, and Ben was trying to work his way into the game. But every time Ben got it, he was just being closed down by 3 or 4 Girona players, obviously realising the potential he's got and not wanting to give him too much time on the ball at all. As Maffeo goes through here, and he has an opportunity with his teammate to make the score 2-0, but a great defensive header behind this time around stops them in their tracks. And that was the end of the first game in Wolverhampton Wanderers colours for Ben and the rest of the squad, and it didn't go too well. We ended up with a defeat. So Overall, match facts-wise, nothing really happening. Ben playing at 7.4, though, doing the job for the team, and he had to do that as well if we wanted him to really get into it. And as you can see, he didn't actually pick up man of the match because Ruben Neves next to him picked up a 7.9 on Wolves. I don't think Wolves got man of the match. I think it was one of the other players from Girona, but he didn't even play to the best of the players on the Wolves pitch at the time because it was Ruben Neves, who, of course, is one of the star shinings of this Wolves team. So, two very good young midfielders at the moment at this team in Ben and Ruben Neves. It'll be interesting to see who will get the plaudits this season, whether or not it will go to Ben or whether or not it is going to be Ruben Neves who the fans enjoy more. So, straight out of one game into another one for Ben. It's coming thick and fast, the performances for him. Of course, he was going to be picked for most of these games here simply because of the fact that it is pre-season tour and the boss is wanting to see what he's got in his locker. And he was involved here, actually, for the first chance of this game here. 9 minutes in, good stop and turn, plays the pass across, jumps over that ball there so it didn't get caught up between him. And in the end, Wolverhampton Wanderers find themselves 1 goal in front. So, just like that, guys, we'd taken the lead and Ben was involved in the build-up to the goal as well. So, 1-0, Ben involvement. It was a pretty good start to this game. 1-0 up, but the only issue is going to be if Ben and the rest of the squad can hold on to this because we look pretty shaky at the back, even with the new signing of Miranda at centre-back. So, at the moment, I don't really know how this season's going to pan out for Ben and the boys. We'll have to wait and see. Wolves as a team, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can go and try and push for a top 6 spot and maybe get the playoffs this season. But at the same time, I don't know, our defence is a little bit shaky. You saw in the first game, allowing them a little bit too much time and space. Also, difficulty-wise, guys, I don't know what I'm going to play this on, whether or not it will be world-class or professional. Legendary, you just don't get chances. So it will not be legendary in this series. It will either be professional or world-class because, as I said, legendary is just so boring to play. And we only had a lead for literally, I guess, 30 minutes before our opponents got themselves back in this. And Ben really couldn't be blamed for this one. You know, you can see him in the middle of the park there. He's trying to get back and do his defensive duties. Maybe should have closed down the man a little bit more here. But in the end, it goes through and they get a rebound goal again. So for the second time in the episode, another one where our keeper saves it and it goes back to the striker. So 48 minutes into it, they got a corner out for the second half. Ben inside the area is not really known for heading. And I was never known for my heading either in the other series, was I? So as he was stood on the edge of the area, just waiting for the ball to be cleared. Sadly, it ended up being a goal to our opponents. The header comes in, and once again, between the goalkeeper and the defender, none of them can clear it away as Ben goes down in the area. Doesn't get anything given. It was a 90th minute, and that was all the game had in store. So another disappointing defeat in the pre-season tour. A semi-decent showing from Ben, though, again, so I'm hoping these little decent performances that he's putting in will get him some more game time from the manager. But it looks as if now, guys, as the preseason tour comes to a close, that is pretty much going to be it for our preseason tour. We lost the first 2 games, so we do have a third one here, but we will have to win it, and I think hope that another team can do as a job. So I ended up accidentally controlling all the team here, guys. I didn't mean to. I went to go over to the game settings, and I'm so used to playing on this kind of situation where you end up going across, and I don't know if you know, the menus this year are pretty laggy. Like, you press across twice and it just doesn't register, and it only goes across once, and that's what happened there. So I accidentally ended up controlling the entire team on World Class, and I tried to press the, I guess, is it start button or something to get me just one player, but in the end you only control the goalkeeper then, and I didn't really want to do that either. So went back to controlling the entire team, and from kickoff, guys, we had the first opportunity. A really good move. Ben involved heavily in it as well. Plays the pass out wide to the left-hand side to Douglas. Douglas goes back to Price. Price in the middle gives it back to Douglas. Douglas down the line here to Jota. Jota into Wilson. Wilson with a finish. Great move. Great goal. 5 minutes into the game, we were leading again. A great finish as well from the striker. Ben involved. Not quite with a finish, though, as you saw. Unfortunately, I think I tried to actually squeeze it across to Ben. Just couldn't quite do it as we send Zyro down the right-hand side here. 31 minutes in. Nice stop here. And this is Ben's first goal in professional football, guys. What a finish that is from the young central midfielder. Keeping the Woods name alive here with that finish as well. You have to say that is a finish that I would have been proud of in the other save. So keeps the Wood name alive, known for finishing, and that is a fantastic finish as well on the left foot. Just so happens he's left-footed like me as well, so following in the footsteps, I guess you can say, there as Ben slots home. Admittedly, if I wasn't controlling the entire team, that probably would not have been a goal here because we wouldn't have even got that pass across. So, yeah, pretty much it was because I was controlling the entire team. Although, Moment of madness from me. I tried to clear this one here. It just bounces all over the place. And then the finish comes in from my teammate, or from their teammate, sorry. I think it's Young Boys we're playing against today. With 23 minutes to go, we ended up giving him a lifeline back into the game. So it was 2-1 at this stage. As I said, the result pretty much is irrelevant because we do require other games to go our way as well. So, yeah, pretty much I was not expecting to go through after this anyways. But then I couldn't hold out, and this is one thing that is really frustrating me in this year's FIFA. I can't hold on to leads when it's like the 87th minute. I get a lot of unlucky bounces against me, and that's just a great ball towards the back stick, and then it ends up going into the back of the net as well. So, all in all, disappointing, I have to say, but it is what it is. We get away with a 2-2 draw. It's at least not a defeat, although I was controlling the entire team. Ben playing at an 8.5 as well. Surely we'll give him some plaudits here from the manager. We were dominated, but at least we came out with a 2-2 draw. So, I'll see exactly how Ben gets on in the next episode when he makes his first full team debut, if he is picked for the first game of the championship season here at Wolves. So I'll have to wait and find out whether or not he will be, and whether or not we will make an impact in that first game as Ben. So, thank you for watching this episode, guys. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this first episode. You'll have to let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this. Are you excited to see Ben's journey? Should I do kind of it like a storyline, or should I just literally play my player as the same way I did last year without having storylines, and then at some stage later on down the year release a storyline one where we have a completely no relevance to Ben or to DJ Wood himself? That's what I want to know from you guys. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching this first episode. I will catch you all for the next episode of this. Probably not tomorrow, but the day after that, most likely. Let me know what you guys think anyways. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did. I'll see you all again at 6 PM UK time tonight for another video, guys. Catch you all then. Adios!